can't see you though.
You can't see me right
I
now.
just don't want. Huh?
Just in case. Pop up on there.
Bigger battle, petty, don't matter. As the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been in prison. Don't pour remorse, no cases been. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't with swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. What you talking that monkey, about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster, down a call NASCAR. My solo notes are I am not a passer. I will not be after any of you people flipping. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. What you talking that monkey, about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. Get some money, get some money, get some money, get some money. Get some money, get some money. Get some money, get some money.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet Leather. And off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Fields going to throw right away. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Fields now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house. lead. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Partner, you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
Now for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw again on second down. Fields eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. The Falcons had 6-7, a game under 500 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Fields throwing again, rolling to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a nice job there knowing what his options are. He's out in the pocket to his left. And I thought maybe he'd think about running with this one, but he uses his vision instead. Finds his man on the left sideline, and they convert on 3rd down.
To the 36-yard line, stop there. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
From the 36, Fields. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Fields.
Oh.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to win that 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Play fake, Mills. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action. Mills. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mills now. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone. And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Fields. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Second down and 8. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Miller in motion right. On third down, here's Mills. Flush to his right. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Another run here with Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts the deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mills. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Heat coming.
On play action, Fields. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
Let's go! Oh!
Fields is intercepted for a third time. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Evans. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down throw for Mills. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles.
Up
Now they add
6-3 right now,
with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This is up 6-3 right now.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Off the play fake, Mills. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, Mills. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And He's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, that
He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35.
Team playing stellar defense. They're getting off the
And
line.
he gets it away. A directional kick going
pending.
toward the sideline. This
Just
one
pending.
angles out of bounds
All
in
right.
a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A 3rd down now. And those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not easy to hold on to.
Oh, my
They
niggas
certainly
did
are
not get
getting
off
up
this
today,
fucking
partner,
press
because
coverage,
they've
bro.
forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They could not get off this press.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking on the midfield logo. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. Down inside the 40. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
First, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Again, a run with Evans. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now Mills on 4th down. Flushed out right. And Travis Kelce. And
Come
he is going to
on,
have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll run on first down with Evans. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Darrington Evans, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Dominated, man. We're getting dominated.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to
Dominated.
18.
On the line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the option right is Fields. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Back now here on EA Sports.
Trench warriors out here,
On
man.
2nd and goal, Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
4th down, Fields has to have this one.
Everything locked, bro.
And it's
Damn.
incomplete. They
Can't get
did
no
not convert,
separation.
and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, it's Evans. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Falcon football.
Ain't getting off no press, bro.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Back to throw. Fields. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 of the year.
And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it 24-13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mistake right there. Could have cost me.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun.
And he'll be going down right at the 30 here.
81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Play action now. Mills
Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
They'll try and run for it with Evans.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is fielded at the 27.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. He completes it to Ridley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That should work right there. Let's see.
Fields on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. Everything here. This one's not over yet.
I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third time. He's got it in.
What that?
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Are you? Yo.
He's got some breathing room.
We should be ashamed of
ourselves. Finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 14-yard line. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone just like that. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And he is going to lose yardage here.
We should be ashamed of ourselves for that run.
It'll be second down.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces...
Let's go! You fucked up, nigga! You fucked up, nigga! You fucked up, nigga! Oh my God! Oh my God, Sheldon! Sheldon, what the fuck, man? Oh my God, bro!
Don't just make anticipatory throws.
Oh my God, Sheldon!
Didn't happen here.
Yo, this nigga fucked up! My man Jermaine hit me up, he watching the game. Yo!
That's really good strategy because that's
You
you care
fucked up!
beat at this stage.
Get
At least
the
give your team a
fuck
fighting
out of
chance.
here, bro! Hey, yo!
On this one is the fair catch of
Sheldon!
and take it.
Oh my God, bro!
That was I did not try to throw that shit. I was too late on the handoff.
Nigga, what the fuck, bro?
It's all good.
Man, I still got to stop you, though, but god damn, homie. Shit.
It's all good. It's all good.
Get out of here.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it,
He's got a man complete.
Can you believe that?
He's
He
brought
caught that
down.
shit.
He took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid
He caught
gain
that
downfield.
Okay, you might be playing for overtime the way this nigga. Okay, hold on now. It ain't over yet, Shelby.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Miller in motion right. Here's Mills. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And meticulous.
That's caught at the 25.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
In for the score.
Oh, my God.
Absolute stunned silence here as they win it in overtime. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out of the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that. And they
had this shit covered all game.
To see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Tampa Bay, they remain in the hunt for a first-round
prize.
They move to 11-3 on the year, and they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Atlanta,
we had that shit covered
out
all
of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8.
That's what we do, man.
Back home next week as they're
That's what
set
we
to
do in
take
the
on
overtime.
the Cincinnati Bengals.
First play, dog. I don't know how to fuck. First play, man. I had the underneath shit covered, and he just launched it to one of them fast-ass midgets. I had safety there and a corner. We couldn't get to him. Oh, man.